have Dr. Bethel here from the Medical Center to talk to us about updates. Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you. So we're so excited to have you here. Could you tell us a little bit what's going on with the Medical Center?
Okay, surely. One of the things that we had planned to talk about today was to update everyone on the fact that we have a new medical staff member. We have now 2 nurse practitioners. We have Kathy Mayers, who's been with us for 10 years or so. And we have a brand new nurse practitioner whose name is Christine, newcomer. We call her Chris, and no pun intended, her last name is really Newcomer. And she has a lot of experience as well, including wound care certification. And she really has a passion for geriatrics. And so we're really, really pleased to add her, to our staff. So now we have 2 of the 3 nurse practitioners that we usually have. So we're currently still recruiting for a 3rd nurse practitioner, and we anticipate that position will be filled real soon. That's what we're hoping. And then we're also looking for another physician. And it's early in the process, but we do have one candidate so far that looks like she may be the person that we will choose. But stay tuned, so we'll know more about that, as time goes on. So I just wanted to, mention a little bit about the fact that while we are in the process of looking for additional medical staff members, it means that for the time being we are a little bit stretched in terms of appointments, particularly same-day appointments. So we're going to try to ask folk to be just a little patient, and if you really can't get in, within the few hours that you need to be seen, we certainly will still strive to do everything we can to, to get you in either that day or certainly by the following day. And we recognize certainly that, certain types of emergencies have to take priority over others. So obviously someone calling with chest pain, or someone, who's very short of breath, or they have fever, or, they've fallen and they have a significant wound, those kinds of issues, would take priority over someone who says, well, I've had a cold for a few days and I really, just want to come down and make sure I'm okay. Yes, not saying that that's not important, but, we really have to be strategic, in our appointments now, since we, don't have as many spots available. So, if you call, just, I want the residents to know that we do have your best interests at heart, and we just ask you to just be a little patient with the staff until, we are fully staffed on our side, again. And just also to remind everyone that in addition to the positions that we're trying to fill, that we still have, in addition to myself, we still have 3 other physicians. We have Dr. Sethi, we have Dr. Bhagavatula, and Dr. Pham. And they've each been with us 1 to 2 years, and they have a wealth of geriatric experience as well. So when we recently lost one of our physicians, we have been making an attempt to reassign the residents that were assigned to her into the 4 existing physicians. So be patient in that process as well, and you will get seen, you will get reassigned to one of the 4 existing primary care physicians, and we'll sure that in the end, you'll be happy with your selection. So our front desk staff and our practice manager will make attempts to really reassign everyone. And then next, I guess, just wanted to touch base on the subspecialists that come periodically to see patients. In the medical center, we have 3 specialty groups that visit us. We have neurology, who is Dr. James Bixel. He's there every Tuesday. We have orthopedics, which is Dr. Tom Martinelli. He's there on Wednesday mornings. And we have cardiology, who is Dr. Azita Moalemi, and she's there on Mondays, and I believe it's every other Thursday, okay? So those specialists see patients in the medical center. And then in the medical suite on the Parkview level, we also have additional specialists. So we have audiology, we have dermatology, we have we have, got to check, we have ophthalmology, and we have kidney specialist, which is nephrology, as well as a urologist, which is a surgical renal disease. So they come at varying frequencies and see the residents. So it looks like I've been joined by the nurse practitioner group. So on my immediate left, this is Kathy Mayers, who's been a part of our group for about 10 years or so. And then the newest member is Christine, newcomer, and I mentioned them. So just a quick blurb from either of you about your experience and how happy you are to be at Green Spring.
I've been a nurse practitioner for 22 years. I've been here at Green Springs 10 years. And I have a wide range of experience. Worked in a primary care clinic for the military for like 5 years. And I worked with a rheumatologist for 6 years before coming to Green Springs.
And Christine?
I've been a nurse practitioner since 2007. I've had acute care background as well as education teaching background. I've instructed nurses as well as NPs. And I just started a month ago. It's actually almost my one month anniversary. And I love it here. My passion has always been geriatrics, so this has sort of brought me back to my roots and to where I really want to be.
So do you like Green Springs so far here?
Oh, I love it.
You love it here?
I do.
Good. And you have been working for Erickson, or you've been working at Green Spring already?
Erickson for 10 years. My 10-year anniversary was in May, and it was like coming home because I started my nursing career in geriatrics in a nursing home as a nursing assistant. So it was like coming full circle.
Which communities did you work at with Erickson?
Just this one.
Oh,
I've been here 10 years at Green Springs.
So you know the residents? And
Yes.
Wonderful. So what else from the medical center should residents watch out for? Are there any summer tips that they should know about just because the heat is rising and summer's coming up?
Sure. Well, I mean, we always want to remind folks that it's a good idea to stay well hydrated. So that means for most people, unless you're otherwise advised, that you should have 6 to 8-ounce glasses of water in addition to your usual fluids. And we always get asked, well, you know, does coffee count or does alcohol count? Well, it really doesn't, because those tend to dehydrate you. So you really need to, you know, have the water content in addition to those other fluids. And juice is okay, you know, and sodas are okay, but the water is the most important. Want to, you know, remind folks not to stay, you know, outdoors for extended periods of time. Protect your skin from the sun. Use, you know, sunblock, at least a 30 sunblock, so that you don't get burned. And you know, even though you might say, oh, well, it's warm, I don't need to put shoes on, you should have, you know, comfortable shoes that preferably have an open area, because if your feet are closed in and you perspire a lot, then you can run into problems with fungus. So an open-toe sandal or something with a comfortable flat sole will be helpful. Lightweight clothing, cotton, linen, things like that can breathe. Okay, light colors that will reflect as opposed to absorbing the sun. Those things are important. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, as we finish up, I would just like to ask you two, is there anything that you would like to say to the community in your new positions here?
Well, we're here to serve you. We both work at the medical center. I work on Monday afternoon and Thursday afternoons. We see acutes. We see just more acutes. We can handle most everything. We have great physician staff that we can consult with should we have questions in that. So we look forward to seeing you all.
And I'm at the Med Center on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons. And I work otherwise over at Garden Ridge on all the different units over there. So yeah, we're there to help. We're there to do whatever we can. So yeah, we look forward to taking care of anybody that needs us.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for rushing over here. I'm glad you were able to be here. And Dr. Bethel, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sir, if any residents have any questions for you, may they contact you?
Sure, yes.
At the medical center.
Through the medical center.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. And now we're going to a Flag Day roll-in.